Ever since watching this video of Evan and Katelyn painting under a red light, I've desperately wanted to try it. But this is the scene series, and this is a fancy sketchbook, so it might just all go horrifically wrong. This is the light, and I have no clue if this is gonna work. We're popping it on top of the curtain frame. I don't know how dark this room has to be, but we're using watercolor. So of course we need water, we need paintbrushes, and the sketchbook. It's evening, the room is dark, but I don't know if this is gonna work. And this is the sketch we've got. But what's the tape? I guess it should be witch themed, right? The tape is down, but I think we need to prepare. We need to cut up some more pieces of paper to cover this other painting. It's gonna be dark. We might just cover it with splatters. Gotta be careful. Oh no, this is dark. Look how bright the pink light looks now. And this is the palette. This is crazy dark and red. Starting by wetting the page, of course. Adding random colors, I guess. Oh no, look at this, we've lost the sketch. I can't make out anything now. In case you haven't guessed already, we are painting Wicked. The first Wicked in honor of the second one coming out very soon. This is the scene near the beginning where Elphaba is walking around the university for the first time. I picked this scene because it's quite bright. We've done a lot of close-up portraits recently. This one is a little bit further away. As you can see, this might be a bit tricky though, because a lot of these pencil lines are kind of disappearing in this light. I really can't make out anything. Luckily, I do know this watercolor palette quite well. I know that yellow, orange, and brown are on the right side, and then pink, red, blue, purple, and green are on the left. So I guess that's something. However, at the point of painting this, I actually hadn't watched the movie. So we are following a photo on a phone in the dark, and it's red. And I'm looking at this canvas right now, a little scared because every single one of those colors are wrong. It's supposed to be like mint green and orange, and in this light it's looking crazy. But yes, I am very late to the party. I've actually only just watched Wicked. To be honest, I would have loved to have seen it sooner, but it just hadn't been on any streaming services that I had. However, with this second part coming out very soon, I mean, it has some positives. It means I haven't got very long to wait to watch the second one. This is the scene, and we now need to attempt the portrait. It's small, and whilst this is my go-to watercolor palette, I actually have not been using it very much recently. In the Create This book, I've actually been leaning towards different mediums, loving acrylic markers especially, and also alcohol markers, just because both of those are really quick and easy mediums, and it doesn't matter very much what paper you use both of those on. So I find those art supplies a lot easier to reach for, and less so the watercolor palette at the moment. So it's a little bit of a mystery. I know roughly where the colors are in the palette, but I don't quite remember. And looking at the palette right now, it looks different. There's a huge blob of dark, but that could be anything from purple to blue to green. And the lighter colors, well, they're either yellow, orange, or brown, but I really do not know. There's also a green gold in there, and if I accidentally picked that one up instead of a lemon yellow or an orange, this could all go wrong. The hope is that we can create something somewhat recognizable that won't look atrocious in this sketchbook. There's a lot of pressure when it comes to this sketchbook, so I'm just hoping that we can pull this off. But I'm not gonna lie, when I watch videos of other people painting and drawing under a red light, I kind of thought it would be easier, and I thought it would be easier to make out what the colors are, but no, it's crazy. The colors look completely different and they kind of disappear. I mean, you're basically working in monochrome. Did not expect that. I kind of thought they would just look a bit different. I didn't realize you wouldn't actually be able to see any of the colors. I do want to give a shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you very much. And of course, we should talk about the movie. Cynthia and Ariana actually nailed it, and every song being sung live is just crazy, especially at the very end. Defying Gravity, like, how is that live? I haven't actually seen it in theatre, so knew nothing of the storyline, and I still don't know what's gonna happen in the second one, but it was lovely seeing the original characters in there. Honestly though, because of the set designs, I feel like there are a lot of different scenes that you could pick from this movie. Like, it's very colourful. I didn't go for anything in the Emerald City or a lot of the Glinda scenes because they were very green and pink. I was hoping to choose something that had lots of different colours in it, because otherwise I don't know if the red light would really make too much of a difference. If you are restricting yourself to only using about 3 colours anyway, you could probably just about wing it quite easily, I think. So this scene has lighter areas, it has different colours. I guess technically there's a lot of cream, but it's less monochrome than others. Of course, those scenes are beautiful though. I feel like there is so many you could pick from this movie, especially with the second one coming out. Like, yeah, go for it. Okay, we've got to talk about the elephant in the room. I painted this before watching the movie and I completely forgot about the shape of the glasses. Also, because I'm looking at the scene on a phone and it's tiny, really cannot make out any of her face. So I'm winging it. We are winging the face and drawing the glasses completely wrong. Filled in the gaps, I guess. I think it's time to have a check-in. You know, the weirdest part is that I can't actually imagine this painting with colour. No clue what this is gonna look like. Ooh, okay. Wow, that's orange. I know why it's orange. This one here, for some reason, in the red light, I think it's this one, it looks lightest. It looks lighter than lemon yellow, and I could not work out what colour that was, and I was like, let's just go for the lightest colour. It is not. So, well, she needs to be more green. We got a little bit in there. The glasses I want to do with a pencil because, I mean, they just disappeared. I couldn't get that to work. Need to add a little bit of colour to the whites of the eyes, which is going to be difficult, and we need more definition. We're gonna have to accept that it's just a little bit orange and work with that. Make the skin more green, white to the eyes, maybe try and make the eyes a little bit more even, and then possibly reach for the color pencils. Well, okay then, let's do this. Ooh. Okay, do you see what I mean? This color here is obviously the lightest in the palette, and yet it's bright orange. That's crazy. Well, this is a very vibrant scene. There's a lot of contrast. It's not quite like the reference, but I don't hate it. I'm not sure that adding even more colour is gonna help because it's just gonna get even brighter and even more contrast. This is watercolor. It's not a super forgiving medium, so maybe colour pencils will help. Oh, look at these though. What on earth are these colours? It's not really the end of the world though, because we just need a dark pencil. It doesn't really matter if it's black, blue, green, whatever colour it is. It just needs to be dark. We need to add the details on the face, a little bit on the hair, the clothes. Really try and bring this piece to life. Refine some of this chaos. There's a lot of random watercolour blobs that I would never choose to add in this way. So we need to look a little bit more like that was the goal. Yes, white gel pen to line these glasses in completely the wrong way. A little bit on the lips, a little bit on the nose. These are usually my go-to. I also like to add a bit to the hair and a little bit in the eyes. It's always the scariest part, but a bright highlight can really bring a piece to life. And if you accidentally make it too bright, you can always just add a little bit of watercolor on top to tone it down. You'll see me do that a lot on this channel, especially for the scene series. You know what, there's no nice way to pull off this tape. We just need to yank it all off because I cannot wait to see what we've actually created. Is it gonna work? There are some messes to clean up, but is it actually going to look good? There is a person, but it's so hard to tell. Are you ready? And here it is. This is the painting that we created under a red light of the Wicked movie. There's so much orange, so much blue, and it is so bright. I hope you've enjoyed. Grab a cup of tea, give this video a like, and go see Wicked 2. Bye-bye.